got to stand up strong. Think the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Unite, I can't hear anything. What do you mean? I didn't hear the intro. I don't hear myself. It's not like I'm not turned on.
You can't hear anything right now?
Hold on. Tester. No, it's dead. Take me off. Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I'm Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. Sorry about that little running around in the start there. It was something on our end for sure. But all is well. And good morning, y'all. Welcome to the show. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. Jesse. Thank you all for being with us, all right? And for your patience. Things happen sometimes. Sometimes things happen. I think do we still have a guest coming up?
He hasn't connected.
Okay, we may have a guest coming out. So we'll see. Last Sunday, yesterday, was an amazing Sunday. Good fellowship. I do appreciate it. Nothing like fellowship. So thank you all for coming. And thank you all for watching online. I absolutely appreciate it. I want to say today is Flag Day. So I have my little flag on. My little flag on. Amazing! I don't care what these people say. I'm going to remember America. I'm not going down that road of destruction, destroying America and replacing it with junk, with nothing but junk. So I have my flag on today. Thanks to Stacy. Stacy gave me this shirt yesterday at church for a birthday present. My birthday. She had been away for a minute. So thank you, Stacy. I love the shirt. It was perfect timing. Happy Flag Day. And happy birthday to the great white hope, Donald Trump. Today is his birthday, I'm told. Happy birthday, Mr. President. From all of us at JesseLeePeterson.com and around the world, you're loved and appreciated by many. And if ever we needed Donald Trump, we need him now. So happy Flag Day. What an amazing day to be born. And happy birthday to Mr. Donald Trump, the greatest president ever on this side of heaven. It ain't over yet, folks. Don't worry, it ain't over. It's a wake-up call for those who are sleeping. It's time to wake up, folks. If ever it was a spiritual battle, is now. More than any other time other than, I guess, in the Old Testament, when Sodom and Gomorrah and all those places came about due to the people not having a way to return to the Father. But we have it again here, and it's time for you to wake up so you can see how to deal with it. Greater is he that's in you who are born of the Father than he that's in the world who are born of Satan. All right? So don't worry. Fret not. Have no doubt. You'll be fine. Christians need to get involved, and they're starting to do it. Evil is forcing them to get involved, working through others. All right? And so our biblical question for last week was... This shirt is so nice. Thank you, Stacy. It is so perfect. A perfect timing. I just saw it on camera there. Amazing. And it's a battle like never before. And our biblical question for last week, does the Bible say that Jesus was angry? And the question should have been framed a different kind of way. Did Jesus say that he was angry? Or did he even encourage anger? And I know there are some of the folks in the Bible who claim that Jesus was angry when he saw the harden of other people's hearts, or when he turned over the tables. But Jesus never said he was angry. Never did he encourage anger. And a lot of times people who have not overcome that emotional state of being, which is of hate and anger, which is of anger, and anger awaken all the other emotions. And so they think that when you overcome the fallen state, which is anger, that you can't deal with things in a strong way unless you're angry. That's the best way and the best time to deal with it because of the spirit behind it. So Jesus never taught of anger, and Jesus was never encouraging anger. Jesus was never angry. And I know some people mention it in the Bible, but they didn't know. Anger is of Satan. And don't be not deceived. Anyone who has anger and anyone who is encouraging you that, oh, anger is good. Anger is strength. And now you have the Bible-thumping Christian calling it righteous anger. No such thing, folks. They just make up words in this Christian community and the secular community. You are weak, you are evil if you have anger, because anger is hatred, and anger is the nature of Satan. Really. That's why before you enter into the kingdom of heaven within, you must go and forgive. You must go and forgive. Forgive your mothers, forgive your fathers. Don't ask for forgiveness, but forgive. All right? It's amazing. But I really, really appreciate the feedback on that. Thank you all so much. So, brand new biblical question this week. Brand new biblical question. Are human beings able to forgive? Breaking it down, bringing back Christianity, bringing back love. Love of God and love for your neighbor as yourself. Are human beings able to forgive? The one thing I like about these questions, and I appreciate them, is an opportunity for you to think for yourself. Think for yourself. Know that you know that you know that you know. Not because I said it or someone else said it. Let it go in one ear and out the other one. Don't hold on to it. And you'll see. You will see. You will see. So in our country today, and we talked about this yesterday at church, how the evil ones are destroying everything that is American. All the statues, monuments, the names on schools, and now they're talking about, in this one school district, they're talking about taking away the names of the holidays. You know, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, George Washington's birthday. They're talking about taking away the names of the holidays. They don't want to call a male, a female, a woman, a boy, a girl, a girl. They want to name it. They want to replace it with evil. And so, and I was thinking, what are they planning to replace these, taking down these great monuments and statues and holidays and everything? What are they replacing it with? They have nothing to replace it with but junk. Nothing real. And I was wondering, why is this? Why is this? Now I want to know who is really behind this whole thing. And whomever it is, I know Satan is working through them, but who is behind this whole thing, right? Because you can't replace it with black stuff. Black don't have it. Blacks don't have anything. They have not done anything. So you can't, what you going to replace it with, ghetto? And it just doesn't make sense. But what I realized, they want to erase anything that indicates God involvement. Anything. They want no remembrance or mention of God. And over the years, that's what they have been doing. They've taken God out of the public square, out of schools, out of churches, out of playgrounds, out of government, out of jobs. They don't want any mentions of God. Then they're destroying the family, taking the man out, because the man represents God. He is the son of God. Even though they have been turned away toward the mother, which is the daughter of Satan, right? They are still the sons of God. And so they're destroying the man, and they know that the evil that works through them know that they have to destroy the men because the men represent God. So they've done that in the home, especially with the black man. Black man is just there. They ain't worth a dime. The woman is truly their God. They are addicted to mama and grandmama like 90 going north. And as we return, women are their gods. So they're not worried about the black man anymore. They're now working on the white man and the Hispanic men. Well, the Hispanic men are pretty messed up too. But it's the white man that they're working on. Any white man that demonstrates strength, they want you out because you represent God. And they can't have any light. Men are the light of the world, salt of the earth. And these people can't have any light in the world to shine on the darkness that they're pushing forth. And so they've done it to the black man. Now they're using the black women, putting them in a position of pretense power to destroy, just as they have destroyed black families. And so they are renaming everything because they're erasing the image of God. America is a Judeo-Christian nation given to us by God. And at one time, anywhere you went, anything you saw, it reminded you of God. And these people don't want to celebrate Independence Day or anything. They don't want to any resemblance of God. It's all about that, all under the pretense of racism, sexism, slaveryism, Jim Crow-ism, police brutality-ism. None of that is true at all. It's Satan using his children to erase the image of God from the earth. You don't want that to happen because they can only produce destruction. They have no love. If you allow that to happen, the only thing that's left is destruction. Look how they're bringing in illegals from all around the world by the load, truckload. They're allowing them to come in. That's not for the good. They want to destroy Christianity because Christianity is the best religion on this side of heaven. They know it, and they wanted to get rid of that. And they have it so now that even conservatives and even some Christians don't trust one another. They're afraid that somebody may swill on them, may tell on them, report them. They have really got it set up where most people are working for evil because those who have fear are working with evil. They have not found true love, which is of God. Which is of God. All right? And that's what they're doing, folks. And the Christians have cowered down. That's why going down to the front of the church and naming Jesus as your Lord and Savior, the preacher saying you've been born again, that's not it. It's not working. Look how weak the churches are today. You must be born of the Spirit of the Father. Return to his nature, which was your original nature when you first came into the earth, all right? Come back to it. Because these people are erasing anything that God, and then they corrupt the young in these schools and everywhere. Smoking pot, taking medication for so-called anxiety and depression. In Washington State, I believe, drugs are being offered now, all kinds of stuff. sex out of wedlock before marriage and everything. Everything. All right? Y'all need to wake up. You're being played. And this phony idea of racism is all a lie. And enough would never be enough for the blacks. Never be enough. You can't satisfy them. They're in a fallen state. The only way that you can help them is by correcting them, not being afraid. Because enough is never enough. I saw a short report this morning, something with Tom Hanks. He's one of them. He's made movies and everything. They loved him before, and now he wants to start teaching race, critical race theory. And they were saying, that's not enough, Tom Hanks. You have not done enough with your movie. We want you to be anti-racist, meaning they want him to jump on board and just do more for the blacks. Can we say South Africa is here and alive and well? They're starting to get more of your money through reparations now. I have that story coming up for you. All this is pure evil. And not all blacks, but most are willing to usher in evil. They love evil. When I come back, I'm going to take your phone calls. We're going to have to reschedule the guests. All right, we'll have the guests at another time. Back in a moment.
Way back in 2003. Hey, she was a cutie in a sundress. I told her I just had to confess. I got a crush on you, darling. Them long tan legs got me falling. And I know we just met. Yeah. But I heard that love at first sight ain't a myth. Oh, no.
Like my cousin, sent me you, and I thank him for that. It was more of a, he thinks the whole everything's a joke. That just adds a little spice to it. But in the heart of what you're saying, there is real things going on. And people want to overlook that. And I'm telling you, Mr. Peterson, I'm not one of those people. And I thank God that, he showed you to me. And sometimes we just need some Jesse in our lives, I guess.
Thank you.
I wish we had more brothers like you. We need more brothers like you. Because we don't have most guys that can, lead black people into the right direction. And I thank you for that, because a lot of people will be like, man, it's still going on. It's racism. Yeah. And I try to tell them, watch his show. Listen to this brother. He's telling the truth.
Take no thought about tomorrow. Yesterday doesn't exist. And you're going to see, man, God is with us, and all is well. All right, folks, welcome back. We're going to have to reschedule the guest due to the Zoom issues they're having. Sounded like he wasn't aware that it was going to be on video, or maybe he didn't know what it meant. I don't know. But we'll have him back at another time. I want to do the Super Chats and D-Live starting, especially with Sunday. But Super Chat and D-Live.
Super Chat.
Super Chats.
All right. Let's take a look at what we have here. Okay. From D-Live, we've got Beta Troll Destroyer with a diamond. The more knowledge, the further from God you are. Amazing.
Thank you.
D. John Pa. DJ on Pa, maybe is how you say that, with a diamond. Thank you for doing what you do, bruh.
You're welcome. Thank you for helping us to get it done.
Beta Troll Destroyer with a diamond. Jesse's the only one telling the truth. Amazing.
And we need more, and thank you, but we need more. And there are men and women, to be honest, who are hearing the message of forgiveness and they're going to their parents and forgiving them and grandparents. And they're starting to speak up now because they are overcoming the fear. That's the only thing that is holding people back. Fear. Fear is not of God, all right? Okay.
All right. From Trovo, Dark Side of the Bear, what? Righteous indignation is not the same as anger. Jesus was not angry because once you find true peace and have nothing but love to give, you are incapable of becoming truly angry.
I wonder who made up the words righteous indignation. Indignation. That's another word made up. I've never seen it in the Bible. Maybe there, but I haven't seen it. And I'm concerned about it because I know the Christians, the intellectuals, they make up words just like the secular people do. And they sound good, and to the emotional person, they feel good, but they really have no meaning. It's a throw-off. Smoke on it. Okay.
Powers that Bear with a diamond. No message. Thanks. Lock your door.
Lock your door.
With a couple of diamonds here. And he says, JLP is awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Beta Troll Destroyer with a diamond. Thanks for the lemons. Back at you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Evgeny Crosby. Looks like, okay, these ones are from church. Evgeny Crosby with a diamond. Women rambling in church again, all in the name.
What? Nah.
Let's see. These are from YouTube. Ryan 8U, no message.
Thank you, guys.
And Joshua Boykin, no message. Young Carrot, make church start on time again. MAGA.
Did we start late yesterday?
Maybe he's nitpicking. We might have started at 11:02 or something.
Okay. Well, thank you.
I wasn't looking at the clock. So.
Me either. Well, thank you.
Brenda Brower says, right on.
Thank you, Brenda.
Deontay Brown, may the Lord bless the cast of the JLP network. You all are amazing and are truly the light in a dark world.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks. Gustavo Guyo. Hey, nice weather here in London. Just got my Fallen State t-shirt delivered yesterday. Amazing church. God bless.
Amazing. Thank you. Good.
Evgeny Crosby, Kaklin Kamala is getting booed overseas while watching church with Jesse Lee Peterson.
Nice.
Hey, at least she's tuning into church.
That's right. I appreciate that.
Jamie Winnie, thank you, love you, and the crew.
Thank you.
Brenda Brower says, hi, Louie. All right.
Hi, Louie.
What's up, Louie?
Louie, 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 Louie. Louie, 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 Louie. You ever heard that?
Yes, I have.
Oh, good.
I've heard that one.
Thank God.
Patrick Bateman, no message.
Thank you, Patrick.
Lin Yan Chin, all thoughts are lies, but not all lies are thoughts. Some are lesbians.
Amazing.
Incredible stuff. Mr. Sandman, there's more than one Jesus in the Bible. If the question is of Jesus Christ, yes, he was angry because he had God in him, and God was angry at many people in the Bible.
Amazing.
Lin Yan Chin, Mr. Sandman is full of his mama, Satan. That's why he be all up in that righteous indignation imagination. He need to sit down and shut up.
Oh, thank you.
Incredible stuff going on in the chat. That's amazing.
Yeah.
D. Jabril, NTP, I think is maybe how you pronounce that. From a friendly Allahu Akbar man, God bless and thank you.
Thank you, Allahu Akbar.
Ruben H. Hernandez, the fourth, no message.
Thank you, Ruben.
Chris LaForest, I know this is a dumb question. You don't want to set yourself up like that, man. You didn't have to say it.
I know. Let us figure that out.
Yeah, I know this is a dumb question, but is a girl who is 1 year older than me too old for me? I'm 31, she's 32. Also, I want kids, so it scares me. Love you guys. Thanks for all the help, Jesse.
Yes, simp. What does simp mean?
It means it's short for simpleton, but it's somebody who kind of caters to the woman, sucks up to women.
You should never marry an older woman, man. What? Your emotions got you wanting this woman, right? It's not going to work out. women are very cunning, and they are mature in a cunning way more than men or faster than men. And so it's not going to work out. Get yourself a woman that you can lead, you can guide. The older women are not going to listen because they think that they're better than you. You will become the mama, the boy, and she will become the mama. But do what you want. It's just my recommendation because of the order, right? But do what you want. If you want an older woman, go ahead. You'll see. Okay.
Lin Yan Chin, I think this is maybe supposed to be said in a sing-song kind of way. Praise the Lord, we hoopin' and hollerin'. We be hoopin' and hollerin' now. You the chosen ones, Skateboard Chris, Jesse, Lord Goodhair, and Nicholas, the baby of Ankle, and Billy too. Incredible.
Amazing.
Easy peasy woman with a diamond from D-Live. Thank you for an amazing fellowship, Jesse.
Thank you. Yeah, it was amazing. I thank everybody for that. I really enjoyed those fellowships. I learned a lot from them. Okay.
Easy peasy woman looks like she gave a series of diamonds here. She says, shine bright like a diamond.
I appreciate that.
And she follows up with a Ninja Genie. What do I do? I'm too old. What do I do? I'm too old for my husband, and he won't forgive Mama. What the?
I don't quite understand the question, but as long as you forgive and return to the Father, He will guide you in what to do, all right? She's older than her husband?
She says she's too old for her husband, so...
And he won't forgive Mama?
Correct, yeah.
Well, as long as you forgive, you're becoming an example for him. That's all you can do. And either he wake up and forgive or he suffer and die. It's up to him. But thank you.
J-Rock, no message. John Stamos, people are upset because a person decides to put a F. Biden flag in their property in Arizona and Indiana, but if this person put an F. Trump flag, they wouldn't care.
Right. It's amazing. But expect this because it's good versus evil. Evil trying to stop good, and good is trying to stop evil. It's a battle. So expect the evil people to do what they're doing. So when they attack you, don't you take it personally. That's what they do because they have no love. Only hate. Okay.
Evgeny Crosby, Jesse's trolls will follow him to West Hell, even East Hell, to hate on him.
That's right. They can't help it. Really. When you have anger, you can't help but do the things that you do. It's not personal. I really wish them well. They literally cannot help it. They have no love. They're not trying to help when they're trolling, right? They're trying to hurt, and they're trying to hurt because they have no love. Can you hold right there? Remember when you stopped? We'll come back to it.
Yep.
Thank you all so much. We're going to finish up on all of them. I'm looking at the clock here. Thank you so much. I want to go to David out of Seattle, Washington. David, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning, David.
Thank you. So my question for you is, why do people get angry when you say women are evil and blacks are cursed? So, for example, I'm a white man, and I have no problem saying that white men are cowards and weaklings, unworthy of the civilization and the country they've inherited. And I say to any white men out there who are offended by that, you're part of the problem. So why do women get angry when you say women are evil and they say, no, all people are evil? And same thing with blacks when you say blacks are cursed.
So do they get angry when you say that about the white men or white people?
Well, I haven't said that to anybody's face, so I don't know.
You only said it in the house?
No, I only said it just now. I'm thinking about it, but it's true.
Why haven't you said it in a big way?
Why haven't I said it in a big way? I don't know. It hasn't come up, but, now that you mention it, I will bring it up. at some point.
So you haven't been around anyone since you realized this. You have not been around anyone that you could have said that to?
Actually, no, because I just thought of it this morning.
Oh, okay.
I've been wanting to ask you this question because I've been watching you on church and on your show talk about women are evil, blacks are cursed, and
do you believe that women
really
are
get
evil?
upset about it. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well,
except unless they accept the order of God.
Yeah, those who have returned to the Father, then they have overcome the evil.
Right. And the same thing with black people.
Yeah.
If not, they're cursed.
Right. Well, the reason for it, David, is because they don't want to hear the truth. Those who want to hear the truth, when they hear that, they're not offended by it. Something awakening them because they're seekers. But those who are not seeking the truth, they will be offended because Satan is their daddy, and that spirit that made a home in them do not want to hear the truth. So they cannot help it. Don't take it personally. But because only a few will seek and find a straight and narrow road, many will go by the wayside, and that's just the way it is. Accept it, and just let them suffer and die. We're trying to reach those who are seeking the Father in His right way. So no big deal. But make sure you start speaking up, man.
I will.
Right.
And I'd like to take a stab at your biblical question.
What, let's see here. Are human beings able to forgive?
No, we are not. Forgiveness comes from God. And we can only forgive if we allow God to forgive through us.
Well, I appreciate that. I will put my little 2 cents in on Sunday, if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. Have you gone and forgiven your parents?
I have last year, and in fact, I wanted to thank you for that because it has changed my life radically. And for example, I forgave my mother about a year ago, and since then, I've become more and more conscious of just how much I resented her.
Yeah.
I mean, really. But, God is working in me now, and I am forgiving by His grace, and, I'm getting better in my life. It's really amazing.
Well, stay with it, David. You haven't seen anything. It gets better and better and better. Thank you for your call, man.
Thank you. You have a great day, and all the best to your team.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye now. Amazing. Brian is a first-time caller out of Missouri. Brian, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning, Brian. Thanks for calling.
Oh, thank you for having me. You have changed my life. I just want you to know.
Amazing. Well, I'm glad.
It is amazing.
Amazing.
So, I wanted to talk to you about a few things. Number one was I went to Hawaii, which actually, when I got there, my plan was to forgive my mother. The guy was just talking about how much he realized how much he resented his mother. And I was telling my sister all about it. Like, I can't wait. Like, I've already forgiven my father. We're like best friends now.
Yeah.
And I just need to do this. Well, that wasn't going to happen because when I got to Hawaii, we get to Honolulu, we're fine. I'd had my COVID test. I was allowed to be there. But then when we went to the next island, which was Kauai, my final destination, I was greeted by Air Force and the police. Everybody was allowed in but me, and it was because I got the correct test at the incorrect location. So they basically forced me to spend $600 into a hotel, or they were going to throw me in jail for the evening and give me a $1,000 fine. And
that was in Hawaii?
Yes, this was in Kauai. The exact island was Kauai of Hawaii.
Wow. And then did you have to show a card or something that you had taken the vaccine?
No, I would never take the vaccine. I just had the COVID test.
Oh, the test. Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And they said you had to get the NAAT type, which is nucleic acid, whatever it is. And I went and found the only one I could find in Missouri and it was still incorrect. So they held me against my will, forced me to pay $600 with the threat of jail time and a $1,000 fine. It was the minimum fine. And I was just sitting there like, are you guys kidding me right now? And the officer just started going off. And I told him, I said, I can't believe you guys have allowed your state to become communist.
Yeah.
And this guy, you could just see the anger. And I was just looked at him like, oh, my God, look at this woman right here yelling at me. And he goes, don't you dare call my state a communist. By calling my state a communist, you're calling me a communist, and that's disrespecting me. So I said, I took a deep breath because I was about to get angry. And I said, you know what? I don't want to sound like a woman here. And I said, now I'm sorry to have offended you, Officer Beta Male, but I want you to realize that you are destroying your state, your people, and by doing so, you are destroying your country. And when I said this, the two Air Force guys and him all put their head to the ground, turned around, and just walked away. Like, I just slapped them in the face with reality. Like, your people are starving here. They're losing businesses, and you're kicking people out.
That's amazing. It sounds like you're talking about China or somewhere.
I told him, I said, I feel like I'm in China and I never left America.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I know they are desperately trying to reform America into a socialist communist country, and they're doing it really fast. And
that was the biggest eye-opener. Like, when I went there, my dad, I told him about it. I called him and told him, and he said, this couldn't have happened to a better person. And I was like, I wasn't even mad. Yeah. I was more glad that I got to see this up close and personal, so I know exactly what the world is coming to.
Yeah. It's amazing. Well, don't worry about it, because men like you are waking up, and God is not waking you up just to have you awake. He's working through men like you in order to deal with the things to come without being destroyed. So it's going to be fine. It just doesn't seem like it to the naked eye. But believe me, all those who have returned to the Father will be fine, whether men and women. But you must return in order for it to be protected.
You're the reason I do all these things.
Right on, man. Well, keep it up. It only gets better. And thanks for that report, Brian. That's amazing. It's hard to believe you're talking. I've been to Hawaii several times, and I can't imagine going there having to go through that type of stuff in America. It doesn't make sense.
No, I've been there plenty of times, too, and I was like, I'll never come here again. I came here planning to relax and spend thousands of dollars having a blast, and instead I'm being treated like a criminal, thrown into a hotel. They put a GPS tracker on me, told me if I went outside, I'd be arrested. If I talked to my family, I would be arrested.
Wow.
Like, I was not. It was insane.
You couldn't talk to your family by phone or anything?
Well, by phone, but they could not come visit. I said, well, can they bring me food? Like, I can't even leave to get food. And they said, they can knock on your door, set the food there, but they cannot speak to you. They need to just set it there, knock, and walk away.
Well, why was that?
I guess because my test wasn't the same as theirs, but it was, just not at the same location, because they still live in California, and I moved to Missouri last year.
Amazing, man.
Yeah, and also, here's something, I figured you'd laugh at this. When I was at the hotel, I asked the lady, because I was just, like, I couldn't believe it. So I asked her, I said, hey, quick question. If I was an illegal immigrant, would I be allowed in your state right now? And she started laughing. My mom starts laughing, and she goes, yeah, actually, I think you would be allowed in here. So American citizens with the correct test at the wrong location are not welcome there. But if I was an illegal immigrant, I could come there, no problem. Or, illegal alien. Let's say it right.
Yeah, they're punishing the citizens and treating the criminals like they're citizens, and the citizens like they're the illegal aliens. It's mind-blowing. They're calling good evil and evil good.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. But I've been telling everybody, like, this has to get out there. People have to know how bad it's getting. Like, I just experienced China without leaving America.
Mind-blowing. I never thought we'd see that in America, but a lot of stuff is happening in my country that I never thought that I would see. Happy Flag Day, Brian. Thank you for your call, all right?
Happy Flag Day. Donald Trump, happy birthday, bud.
That's right. It's his birthday today. Thank you, buddy.
I heard you earlier. Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, now. Amazing. Isn't that amazing? We have a brand new episode of the FallenState.tv for this coming Friday, if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. I interview Kabir Kabir Baja B. Alamani. Sorry, Alamiller, something like that. I'm sorry, folks. A different name. He is a former NFL defensive end for the Green Bay Packers. Watch this.
Next time on The Fallen State.
Did the Chinese virus occur naturally, or was it made in a lab?
Made in a lab.
What the?
What the?
Where in L.A. did you grow up?
Some people call it South Central Los Angeles, Crenshaw District.
Right on.
People made fun of my name. Your parents were drunk when they named me Cut Beer or Nigerian Booty Scratcher.
What made you contact me?
I just felt like, man, this guy sounds like you know the Bible. And a lot of these Christian pastors show how they're hypocritical.
Did you grow up knowing that you wanted to be a football player?
I just wanted to grow up and be a plumber.
As an Israelite, you believe that a man can have more than one wife?
Absolutely. I'm trying to have 94 children.
Whoa.
If I have a woman and when she doesn't obey me, it could cause me to be angry or upset.
But you're supposed to correct your wife, but not with anger, with perfect love. It was an amazing interview. It was fun. So listen, 2 more hours to go. This hour's up. But we have 2 more to go. Fret not. 2 more hours to go, all right? I'm going to get to all of your phone calls. So, here's what I recommend. I invite you to download my silent prayer.
I know some people have called in and they wonder if the silent prayer is working. And I just want to take a second and to tell them that it works. You just have to stick with it.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I started doing before I even forgave my parents. And I was so depressed and suicidal at some times that I just would have to stop in the middle of my job or whatever I was doing and go into the silent prayer. And it really does help. Like, I don't have those anymore.
Amazing. You haven't seen anything yet. Doubt every thought. Bring every thought into captivity. Just let them all pass. Don't judge them. You haven't seen anything. It gets better and better and better and easier. So my gift to you, no charge, at rebuildingtheman.com/church.
Female teen suicide attempts increased sharply. Suicide attempts increased sharply during the pandemic lockdowns. It's a big mess. And those hospital workers, Houston Methodist Hospital Systems workers, who did not want to be forced to take the emergency vaccination in order to keep working there, they lost their lawsuit, but they probably will be appealing. This is the end of Hour 1 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Monday, June 14th, the year of our Lord 2021 AD, Anno Domini. Stay tuned for Hour 2. Jesse Lee will be right back. But first, hake news, not fake news. The Epoch Times reports teenagers hospitalized for suspected suicide attempts saw a spike during the China virus/communist lockdowns here in America in 2020 and 2021. It's according to a new CDC study. They found that between February 21st and March 20th, female adolescents between, I think the 2020, I don't know, between ages 12 through 17 have been visiting emergency department. They call that the emergency department at a rate of nearly 51% higher than the same time frame in 2019 before the lockdowns were enforced. During the same time, in the case of male teenagers of the same age, officials noted nearly a 4% increase to visits to the emergency for suspected suicide attempts. The findings from this study suggests more severe distress among young females than has been identified in previous reports during the scamdemic, reinforcing the need for increased attention to and prevention for this population, the analysis reads, adding that this doesn't imply that the suicide rates have increased. The study says that, I don't get it, but the study says that mitigation measures in response to the pandemic have especially affected young people, including physical distancing, lack of connection to schools, friends, and teachers, increased drug usage, anxiety about family health and financial situations, and a lack of access to mental health treatment. Pfft. Visits to emergency have also increased on average in 2020 compared to 2019 across the board due to so-called mental health concerns and suspected child neglect and abuse, all factors that increase the risk of attempted suicide, by the way. China virus-related lockdowns enacted across the country and around the world have been linked to a rise in mental health issues, particularly among the youth, who have been robbed of in-person interactions, freedom to leave home, and have been forced to attend online Zoom sessions for hours on end to continue their so-called education, indoctrination. Many parents are finding out. Medical and psychiatric experts are increasingly worried about the toll the pandemic has on the next generation. Doctors have reported children, some as young as 8 years old, intentionally running into traffic, overdosing on pills, and self-harming amid the scam-demic. One healthcare executive told the Epoch Times in August last year that the mental health crisis is now an epidemic within the pandemic. Crazy stuff. And a judge dismissed the vaccine mandate lawsuit by staff of Houston Hospital. The Epoch Times reports that a federal judge in Texas on June 12th, just the other day, dismissed a lawsuit brought by 117 Houston Methodist Hospital System employees who sought to block the hospital system's COVID-19 vaccination mandate. U.S. District Judge Lynn Hughes, a male, he even looks white, a Reagan appointee, wrote that firing the employees as a result of their refusal to take the China virus/commie shots would not amount to wrongful termination because, under Texas law, an employee is considered to have been wrongfully terminated if fired solely for refusing to perform an illegal act. What? Hughes wrote that lead plaintiff Jessica Bridges says that she's being forced to be injected with the vaccine or be fired. This is not coercion. Methodist is trying to do their business of saving lives without giving them the China virus. Bridges can freely choose to accept or refuse a China virus vaccine. However, if she refuses, she will simply need to work somewhere else. CEO Mark Boom claimed, "Our patients are always at the center of everything we do." So he's all happy. But they're taking it to the Supreme Court, that one lawyer says. I'm James Hake.